do this every day? We don't practice.
Yeah, we're good.
We prepare for
I appreciate your preparedness. All right. This is Jackie with In the Key of Change, and I'm here at Austin South by Southwest Festival, and I'm talking with Vinyl Thief. How did you guys start playing music together?
We are all just best friends that grew up together, and some of us tried our hands in other things, and we weren't good at it, and so we did music, and that was pretty much all we did growing up was just play music together. So just kind of learned to do that together a long time ago, and just kind of kept it going. Kind of transitioned into more of a serious thing, I guess, like career thing more recently, like 2 or 3 years ago. But
so you guys get to hang out with your friends instead of strangers off of Craigslist?
All the time.
Strangers off Craigslist. Who won't say? Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Strangers off of Craigslist. That doesn't end well. Yeah.
Never does.
Lots of taco nights.
Or it does.
That's what we did.
Taco nights.
Any strangers off Craigslist that are watching, but you know.
How do you guys manage the sea of South by Southwest bands when performing?
Just learn to surf it.
Yeah.
You know, the sea of... No, last year was really overwhelming because it was the first year we came. And just every night, we've talked about it, how every night you just came back and you lay down in your bed and you're like, what the heck did I just do today? But this year, we come in with a little experience. It feels a little more calm.
We had our schedules made out, who we want to see this year, and
a lot of RSVP
so much RSVPs.
Crap.
Yeah, but once you kind of know what it is, it's easier to come in on it. But last year, we just didn't know what to expect, so it was crazy. Yeah.
How do you stand out when you perform?
Stand out when we perform? I think it's every band should mostly rely on their just music, you know. The songs hopefully stand out.
Great interviews.
On their own. Yeah, interview. Yeah. So.
Well, you recently released your EP Stop Motion, and that previews 4 songs from your upcoming album Fathoms, correct? Why preview some songs for the album? What's the benefit?
Well, we just really wanted to put out some music, and the rest of the record wasn't ready yet, so we decided to put out an EP. It's been a while since we put anything out.
Yeah, 4 songs is a good length, because if you've never heard of a band, you don't really want to devote a whole hour, you know, and you don't know if you like them or not. So 4 songs is good. It kind of gives a good preview.
And these 4 songs they kind of all came together really well, and kind of showed the theme of like the record and what it'll be like. So that's why it's a good preview piece, I think. So.
And how is Fathoms a representation of your past year or so?
It's really a representation of 2 years. It's kind of how long we spent on it, because we have some songs that we had for forever and then came and revisited. But it all starts to kind of come together, I think, lyrically and musically. I mean, in the end, everything kind of wrapped up in one big piece, and just kind of shows where we've been, I guess, for the past year or two. So.
Paste Magazine called you guys a band you need to listen to now. So what's one song you feel new listeners should hear, and why?
One song.
Well, Stop Motion. You know, it's the title of our EP. I feel like it's a really cool representation of us. It was one of the later songs we wrote that will be on the full length. But it's just I don't know. I feel like that song to me
explores like a few different things musically, mostly, and lyrically. But it's we have trouble. I mean, we all have really varied influences, and so it's hard for us to bring it all together and find one sound. But I think that one kind of captures different areas of each of us that we love in music, and we were able to put it into one song. So that's when we see that happen, we really latch on to that. So that's fun.
So what are your musical influences that are so varied?
I like stuff from like electronic dance music, like in England, like the XX, stuff like that. The like Radiohead definitely, and then like on this record, I was thinking a lot more about like guitars, and just a lot of bands have keyboards, and we've always had that, but I feel like guitars are becoming more unique the less bands use them, and that used to be very generic, like every band had guitars, but now it's weird. It's like I don't know, the opposite. So we just tried to like figure out how to use those in new ways. So yeah.
I think my biggest influences would be jazz and funk. I like a lot of James Brown, Stevie Wonder, Funkadelic, George Clinton stuff. So
Funkadelic. I grew up on like all the big vocalists. Celine Dion was always in my mom's car, and who else? Celine Dion and U2 and all those frontmen. Freddie Mercury is huge. Such a powerful voice. Any powerful voice, really. I really like that. So
I feel like I've had all of my younger influences were definitely more in the realm of like Elton John, Billy Joel, even some Pink Floyd. But that's stuff where it's like drums are definitely like they provide a vibe, but it's more about supporting the melodies and such. Just becoming more orchestral. I feel like a lot of that too, because three of us kind of grew up doing marching band, and I feel like that element has provided a lot of foundation for us to think more groupthink instead of, I mean, we think about our individual parts obviously, but as a support, more so as a band, not just as like, oh, this is my solo or this is this.
So speaking of growing up, today's Throwback Thursday.
oh yeah,
It is.
This will be my first one then. Here we go.
Okay. What are your thoughts of the resurgence of vinyl as well as cassette tapes?
I love vinyl. To me, it's like one of the most sustainable sources. It has obviously wears out like anything, but it's really cool, and it's essentially, you know, minus tape, and tape is like real tape. If you think like 3/4 inch or whatever, is pretty much unaffordable to anybody. But vinyl was like the first mass production for people, and it's just really cool because it's the foundation of where music started being released to the populace. I think it's awesome. Cassette, all I think about is getting eaten by a car.
What?
A lot of times pulling out cassette tapes in my mom's car, and it's just...
I like the idea of cassettes because I, of course, love bringing things back. If I don't have anywhere to play a cassette, so that's just me personally. But and maybe a lot of people still do have tape decks, so that's cool. I just don't. But I love vinyl. I have a vinyl player. I'm into that.
Yeah, vinyl, it's makes the music, I guess, more physical experience. You know, like with MP3s, you can download it, and it's with vinyl, it's more tangible. You know, and it's more of an album experience. You know, like you put it on and you don't skip to your favorite.
Songs,
yeah, we can't make a playlist of different vinyl albums. You know, it's just like one thing.
So it's like a better display of the art as a whole too, because you have the album cover that's just way bigger. You can see it clearly, and everything is laid out great, and yeah, it's a really great album experience, like you said. So
Throwback Thursday's not so bad.
yeah, no, I liked it. Let's do some more later.
We should have Throwback Thursday listening parties. That would be so great.
There you go. That's a good idea. So what's up next for you guys after South by?
We're just going to be touring a lot throughout the year. We have our full lengths coming out late spring, maybe early summer, and so we're going to keep touring and promoting the EP, and then do the album, and
continue to write. We
Yeah.
don't want to be stagnant with our writing because it's a constant evolution.
Right.
Well, stay tuned for more from Vinyl Thief. Thanks to Heart and One Industries and Tattooing TV. This is Jackie with In the Key of Change.